Joining me now is the Senior Editor-at-Large at Newsweek, Josh Hammer. Josh, former Virginia factory worker Anthony Oliver has become an overnight sensation with his heartfelt song Richmond, North of Richmond. It went viral around 2 weeks ago and has hit now #1 on Apple Music's top 100 charts, ahead of the likes of Taylor Swift. But we do have the usual suspects slamming it as populist, right-wing. They've said it's bigoted and divisive. No doubt, perhaps because many Republicans, many pro-Trump folk seem to like the song. Let's have a look at the ordinary Americans from all types of backgrounds reacting to this song.
I wish politicians look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the whole beast milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me.
What?
For people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world.
Josh, you've got people reduced to tears hearing that song, and then you've got, and I'm going to be quoting some later in the program, music critics and other assorted commentariats saying that this is some sort of a divisive right-wing anthem.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what is supposed to be divisive about this, Rita. It's actually not just liberals. It's actually even some establishment Republican magazines and affiliated organizations. I mean, National Review magazine, kind of the flagship of American conservatism in the pre-Trump era, even they published a blog post from Mark Antonio Wright just condemning this song. I mean, what would make someone want to condemn this? I mean, I just don't really understand it myself. And Rita, by the way, I'm actually a huge country music fan, so it's very nice to see country music kind of rise to the top of global attention. It's actually kind of the second country music song in a matter of months that's kind of went viral on political grounds. We had Jason Aldean's song "Try That" in a small town, and now we have Oliver Anthony kind of with this chart-topping hit. I mean, it's just unambiguously heartfelt, right? I mean, that is why people are being reduced to tears here. He's talking about a new world. And in this new world, Rita, I think that you have multiple forms of newer tyranny. So the tyrannies of the 20th century, the tyrannies of much of human history have been totalitarian governments, communism, Nazism, Islamism, and threats like that. But in the new 21st century, tyranny can take many different forms. And I think that really is what this song is speaking to. It's speaking to economic tyranny, the tyranny of the rich men north of Richmond who would sell out their fellow countrymen, who would ship jobs overseas, things like that, just to earn a quick buck or try to top the next quarterly return on the S&P 500 or something like that. It's also speaking to kind of a spiritual tyranny, kind of a lack of spiritual meaning, which unfortunately the bipartisan liberal order elites of both parties have been all too quick over the decades to abet spiritual decline in America, not supporting churches, synagogues, institutions of religion in general in America. So it really has become a cultural touchstone, a cultural rallying cry. And, I, for one, look forward to what Oliver Anthony can do next.
Well, it's interesting because he said that he has now been offered millions of dollars now that he's had this enormous success, but he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to have an enormous crew around him and be travelling the countryside with a huge entourage performing. He said he's writing these songs because they're from the heart, because he's depressed, and that's where it's coming from. So it really is so authentic, and I think that's what speaks to so many people.